portfolio. Understand that you have your majors, right? Your majors consist of Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Sol. These coins, they might not give you the biggest returns. They might not do a 10x or a 5x or a 20x. But what they do is they gauge the market. So they give you, look at it like this, they give you the temperature of crypto. They give you the understanding of the strength. Are we in a bearish market? Are we in a bullish market? Typically, the majors, which are Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Solana, give you the insight of where the market is. Now, investing in these cryptos is not bad. It's like investing in blue chip stocks. These are the greatest cryptos so far. There's the ones that have tested their time. They've been around for, some have been around for 6 years. Some have been around for over 10. Solana is probably the newest coin. But the purpose of these coins is to let you know where the market is. Bitcoin will probably end up being 125,000 around there in this run. ETH will probably go to 5, 6, maybe 8,000. XRP this run will probably go to $2-3, and Sol will probably go to $300 to $500. Now, as you see, these are still incredible returns, but you understand the majors to then look for altcoins. Okay. So I get the question all the time, Nick, I wasn't lucky. I got involved. I missed out on crypto when it was 2,000, 20,000, 30,000. I heard of Ethereum when it was $100. Look, I've heard every single story you could think of. And it doesn't matter. What you need to know is that there's two myths in crypto. Am I too late? And I don't have a lot of money to invest. And I'm going to just tackle those really quickly. Number one, you are not too late. 4% to 5% of the world holds and has cryptocurrency. One more time, only 4 to 5% of the world right now utilizes and has cryptocurrency. We're talking about billions of people have not bought, are not using. Some still don't understand or even know what crypto or even Bitcoin is. So you're not late. It is an illusion, a paradigm that you are creating that you are late. So kick that out of the door. Number two, you need a lot of money to invest. That's also a myth. You can start with very small amounts. And what I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove it to you right, single-handedly, even low capital, 100 euros, 100 pounds, $100, it can go really, really far if you follow the correct plan and know what you're doing. So we use the majors to kind of guide us of the strength of the market. And then we look for alts. We'll look for mid caps. We'll look for low caps, and we'll look for some micros. What are mid, low, micros? As we look at different cryptocurrencies, the farther that we go down the list, it goes from big altcoins to medium-sized altcoins to low, smaller altcoins, all the way down to micros, right? Now, the smaller the coin, the bigger the potential, right? But also the bigger the risk. Does that make sense? So right now, in my opinion, where everybody should really understand and put their head around is understanding how to build a portfolio today, right? So portfolio, how would you build your portfolio? Well, personally, if we have 100%, right, you want to diversify a little bit. Because if that one crypto you pick doesn't do anything, in my example, I have a lot of XRP. And this cycle, it really hasn't done much. So I've missed out on a lot of move with that cash reserve and flow that could have gone into other cryptocurrencies for the moment that have seen better returns. Does that make sense? So that's why you want to diversify, okay? So if we diversify, this is how I would do it. I would right now, like if I was starting today with the knowledge I have today, I would put 20% of that 100% in majors. What are majors? Well, like I just covered, a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of Sol, a little bit of XRP. Why just 20%? Well, because the reality is you only have about 1.5 to 2 years of this bull market left. And even though Bitcoin, Sol, XRP, and ETH are going to perform very well, in that same time that they double, triple, quadruple at most, some of these altcoins are going to 5x, 10x, 20x, and probably even more. You've seen it. If you've been a part of crypto, you've noticed. So this is how I build up and really break down a portfolio, right? We would then go, for example, a little 30%. into mid caps. Okay, so we go over here, mid caps. Now, what is a mid cap? Mid cap to me, it could be anywhere from, I'd say a billion, 1 billion to around 200 million or so. Okay. So market capitalization. So I'll give you guys some examples, right? Jasmy is a great example, right? If we go to Coin Market Cap and you look at, like, for example, projects that are still sitting up there, like they're up there, but they're not. They have a lot of room to grow. So right when we cross the $1 billion mark, a lot of projects, for example, the multiples are a little limited in comparisons to when they went from zero all the way to $1 billion worth. So there are a lot of coins, for example, like Jasmy. It's its first bull market. Trying to look here for a couple that I could actually drop here on the list. And there's a couple that I'm going to share with you guys also on the app of Swipecoin that we have, so you guys get a good understanding. But this is how I would diversify the projects and really get a good understanding of how to utilize your portfolio. I'll show you guys here. Another one that I like is Golem, for example. And all of the coins, don't take too like strongly the coins that I'm sharing, because all these coins are shared right here on the exchange side of things. I just want to show you how to correctly build today's crypto portfolio. Does that make sense? So I do majors, 30%. We've already used 50%. I would then, for example, it really all depends the type of risk that you like. You could then do low caps and micro caps. Now, remember what I talked about. Some of these smaller coins, they could potentially have a bigger return, but they also can potentially disappear. And I like being very straight to the point, very direct, because we're in crypto, guys. I'm sure everyone's heard of rugs or certain projects disappearing or owners disappearing or people just, that's it. The project's over. And I just want to let you guys all know that this is a possibility when you're messing around with low caps and micro caps, because they haven't tested the time. They haven't proved themselves. Anything past mid cap has. Jasmy's proven themselves. Golem, Bitcoin, Sol, XRP, Ethereum. But because they have less risk, they possess less potential in multiples. Does that make sense, everybody? So as long as you do your homework, you're fine. But anyways, low caps that I could give you guys an example is Honey, which is called the Hive Mapper. This coin's actually at a really interesting level here for dollar cost averaging level. Neon, for example, is another coin that I'm interested here in in low market capitalization. And then microcaps, I'll give you guys two, for example. One is called Ligma Node, and Validity is another one. So just to kind of give you guys an example. Now, how I would break this down is in the low caps, I would do, if we're doing 30, I would do 30% here roughly. And then in the low caps, I do the least. Okay, I would do typically the least, sometimes even just 10% of my portfolio into micros, because if they take off, fantastic. If they don't, incredible. Because you're only risking a certain percentage of your portfolio. Does that make sense, everybody? So in the chat box, everyone understand, everyone's good to go, kind of understanding how you're breaking down the portfolio. Fantastic. So now the reason we break this up like this, if you understand, we're tailoring this portfolio tailored to altcoins. Why? Well, Bitcoin has really led the market heavily. And this is now what we're going to get into. So take a quick screenshot picture of this, and then I'm going to show you guys this really quickly, which is really important to understand. This is crypto over the last 10 plus years, okay? We have our 3-year bullish cycle, 1 year bearish, 3 years bullish, 1 year bearish. Every single time after the halving, market takes off. So far, we're in that post-halving retracement. What's important to understand, though, is Bitcoin is set to go from, let's say right now, 60 something to 100. That's almost it doing a 100% return on investment, right? But in that same time, I want you guys to learn something really important. In that same time, money is going to exit Bitcoin and go into altcoins. This happens all the time in market cycles. So first, Bitcoin leads the market. And then when you see these retracements, that is money exiting BTC and entering alts. So we're talking about billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars of money leaving Bitcoin. Bitcoin just ranges, and that money goes into altcoins. And folks, we're in that predicament right now. It's very likely that if we start rejecting here, 55% of the market of crypto is held by BTC. So the lower we go in dominance, the higher these other cryptocurrencies will go. So right now there's a saying in crypto called alt season or altcoin party. I mean, there's everything. Alt summer. I mean, there's so many words. What you need to understand is a lot of the money is going to start entering, like you're seeing right now, XRP, Tron, a lot of these different coins like Bonk from the Solana network. Near's up 34% in the last week. There's a lot of room for growth for some of these alts, because I want to give you guys an example, right? So for those of you guys that are really following along, this will give you some really good insight. Bitcoin's at 64,000, really close to its prior all-time high, right? I'm going to now give you an example here with a coin called ICP. This coin was just recently called, for example, by Mike. So shout out to Mike. He called ICP out at around here $5 and $6. So anyone catch this idea? This was sent on Swipecoin. So he said, hey, add it to your portfolio. I'm going to literally show you guys the idea. We're going to go here, ICP. And this is why I tell you don't need a lot of money when it comes to crypto. You just got to compound it. You just got to stay with it. You just got to develop the habit and develop the action. The entry for ICP, July 5th, okay? He was talking about getting involved anywhere from $6 to $4. Okay, let's look at that. $6 to $4. Beautiful entry right there, right? If you would have gotten involved in ICP at that time, guys, in 13 days, 76%. You guys seen that? You won't see those types of movements with Bitcoin anymore. You won't. But altcoins will give you these moves, is what I'm trying to share with you. So ICP, I was just talking about Bitcoin being at its all-time high, right? Well, let's look at where ICP is. ICP was $700, $500. ICP still literally looks like it's in a bear market. So a lot of the money is going to come into a lot of these coins, guys, and it's going to test some of the highs, make new highs. I'll give you guys an example here with Jasmine, just so you guys can get an idea. Like Jasmine here, not so long ago, right? It retraced here on the sell-off about a week ago. And look at the moves that some of these cryptos have. 12 days, 64%. We've been talking about Jasmine on my session here for a little bit. And if you look at, for example, even back here, when we look at what price used to be, some of these coins since February of this year have done a 7x in 100 days. So even if you have a low amount of, like you have a small budget to invest, $100 could potentially get to 700 if you find the correct cryptocurrencies. So guys, how do you find out? Where do you find these coins? You'll find these on the app. I actually just sent out Validity, very, very recent. This is a brilliant token that I found here with a really interesting protocol. Let me actually show you guys here. Right here, this is, I would consider this a micro cap. I sent this coin back here. So this is also on the app. I sent over, where is it? I sent Validity June 15th, so about a month ago. We sent it right there. If I'm not mistaken, I think I sent it sooner as well. Maybe I put it over here. Could have sworn I sent it also sooner. But anyways, here we sent the idea, and price, as you guys can see, filled our zone and so far already hit our first target. In 15 days, it hit 82%. Are you guys noticing? 82% in 15 days. Guys, Do this and compound $100 time and time and time again. And I mean, think of the results. And I'm just talking about here with $100. When I first initially sent this, the signal or the idea, in 12 days, it hit 50% and went back into our zone, and then did 80%. There's one right now that I'll share with you guys. That's in, I'm about to send it here on the Swipecoin app. This coin is called Ligma Node. It has the fastest body and node in Solana for front-running MEV bots. Very techy. You might not have understood anything I just talked about. What's the point is, it's a very, very good utility project that's very, very small. Look at this. It's only 6 million market cap. It's tiny. Jasmy's a billion. Some of these coins are tens of millions. Validity is a small project, and so is Ligma Node. So I would be looking to average in, for example, in a project like this, like let's go back, right? Let's go a step at a time. So we're talking about our portfolio, right? We're gonna go over here, and I'm gonna go, okay, Ligma is a micro cap. I'm gonna just allocate 20% into Ligma. Fantastic. Now I know out of my portfolio, I'm gonna allocate 20%. Where could you really average in? You could do anywhere from 0.007 to around, 0.004. And you just average in, everybody. You dollar cost average, get better entries, go heavier as price goes lower. And this is a project that could easily, I mean, guys, just to kind of give you perspective, right? At the peak, it was only worth 25 million. That's a baby. It's tiny. So if we double 25 million and we go to 5 cents, it's at around 50 million. Again, let's look at really big projects. This is why I'm talking about low caps and micro caps have a lot of potential. Solana's worth 2 billion. Sorry, 72 billion. And this coin is barely $5 million in market capitalization. You guys see how we attack different sizes of risk, but we also focus on a lot of opportunity. So guys, everything that you're seeing here, you're going to go with the exchange ideas. Here, we're going to send all the time portfolio ideas that you add to, of course, your portfolio if you wish. We guide you. We talk to you guys about it. We obviously chat on Go Live. We're actually about to have back-to-back sessions here. Mike's on Go Live right now. I'm on Go Live at 4 and then also at 6 here. And on top of all of this, right, we're trading. I don't know if anyone likes to trade or actively trade. I love trading. To me, trading is very, very passionate about trading. But anyways, all the trades that I personally take, I send them to you. And here, for example, this was one of our Ethereum ideas that I just recently sent on July 12th of last week. So about a week ago, I sent a buy for Ethereum. And here you could take these on MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5, any cryptocurrency exchange. But just to show you guys, right, this was our last sell. This is not active anymore. We sent a sell in this vicinity, price then hit TP1 right here, okay? My last trade before that, we were looking for a swing for Ethereum, and I called it out over here just so you could see how spot on we are. We've had pretty good accuracy. The last swing that I sent here for Ethereum, we were, I think it was, what was the levels actually? I don't remember. I sent a buy from 3,050 to 3,000, okay? So you would have bought this 3,000 to 30.50. This was the last trade that I sent, the last buy I've sent. So if you would have held on to this, I mean, it's been over 4,700 pips, almost 5,000 pips if you've held on to this. But what we're looking, guys, is just a swing trade, a little bit longer term ideas. All in the meanwhile, we have a channel called Live Analysis that you guys are going to see here very, very soon. That we go live here in about, 30 minutes. And there we do scalping. We look at all of these different cryptocurrencies, and our job is literally to just find trades on that specific session. A lot of teams have duplicated that session. Everyone goes on that session with their teams, and we try to find, ideas in the markets. And that's what we're doing. But what I would focus on, everybody, is to really understand the following, right? You are right now literally in the middle of one of the largest cryptocurrency explosions. So if you're not involved, I would get involved. And if you're serious, I would get more serious. Crypto personally for me changed my entire life in every single way. And I could tell you it could do the same thing for you. You just have to take it very serious. The timing is literally right in front of you. And I hate to be like the bearer of bad news, but eventually what goes up must come down. And you don't want to be on the wrong side of history and not take advantage of this bull market, because eventually we're going to correct. Bitcoin will probably go to 30,000. It will probably go to 20, but it's going to take a couple of years for price to get, of course, back up high again. And honestly, with everything that we have right now, this might be one of our last biggest runs in cryptocurrency. Now that there's spot ETFs and hedge funds and institutions are so deeply involved, I don't really feel we're going to have like such consistent runs like we've been seeing. It's almost free money at this point. But yeah, everybody, I hope you guys got a lot of value. What I would recommend is if you guys really want to master whether it's portfolio or trading, I would highly encourage pretty much everybody here. Mike and Kurt do an incredible job for portfolio. Charlie does an incredible job for scalping and trading. The live analysis channels for scalping, and then my channel is a mix. We really cover more really trading, but whenever I find really good cryptocurrencies, I share them. So guys, stay plugged in, make that decision, take some sacrifices. Like, I'll be honest, when I was investing in crypto, and I'll wrap it up with this. When I was getting involved in crypto in 2016, just to kind of give you an idea, one Bitcoin was $800, Ethereum was $40, XRP was half a penny, Litecoin was like $8. And at that time, and I still view the world like this, whenever I would spend like $100 on food, I would go, man, that's 2 Ethereums, right? Or whenever I would buy anything at that time, I would be like, man, if I save, if I sacrifice, if I'm willing to make a budget, live below my means, my income from IM, my P2 check, my P5 check, my chairman 10 check, instead of making it look like I'm all this on social media, instead of putting that money in designer and nonsense, I invest in myself and in assets. I'll be in a different place. And that's literally what happened to me, guys. I mean, I'm not going to discuss numbers because I know the call's recorded, but I literally went all in. I went all in on crypto at the right time, of course, but I had that capital because I sacrificed and I just worked my butt off. And I'm telling you guys, anybody here on this call could do the exact same thing. It's all about just making a decision, having some sacrifices, so then years down the line you can reap the rewards. It's really not that hard, everybody. I'm telling you, all you have to do is just make that decision. But other than that, everybody, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'll pass it back to the host. I don't know if it's Robin or who, but besides that, everybody, hope you guys enjoyed the training, and I'll see you guys here on Go Live. I go live on Go Live here in about 20 minutes, and then also in about 2 hours on my personal channel. Take care, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Let's go. Thank you, bro, for this value. I think it was absolutely nuts. And so, like he told, he changed his life in 2016 with crypto. I changed my life 2021 with this exchange ideas with crypto, with this education. And so I think we are very pleasured to be on this to be in front of this education. And guys, let's make some noise in the chat. Thank you so much, Nick, for this education. Let's go, Leute. Also ich glaube, ihr habt gesehen, dass wir zur richtigen Zeit am richtigen Ort sind, ja, mit so einer Plattform, mit der richtigen Education. Und ich habe damals, als ich damals zum ersten Mal Krypto kennengelernt habe, und die Go Lives geschaut habe von einem Jordan Morgan, damals von einem Curtis Cobain, Mike Sotero und so weiter, habe ich verstanden, dass wir nicht irgendwie bei einer Academy sind oder so, sondern dass wir Part von einer finanziellen Revolution sind. Ja, wenn wir Krypto wirklich richtig verstehen, wenn wir die Technologie und so weiter dahinter checken. Und deswegen checkt es gerne aus, schaut euch einmal, auch wenn es nur einmal die Woche ist, wenn ihr euch ein bisschen damit beschäftigen wollt, dass ihr einmal die Woche vielleicht einfach auf die Session von einem Jordan geht, sonst konstant, ich weiß, einige nehmen hier gerne konstant Curtis oder Mike mit, aber dass ihr euch täglich damit, oder nicht täglich, ich meine wöchentlich ein bisschen damit auseinandersetzt, um einfach ein bisschen geeducated zu sein, sodass ihr wisst, hey, da kann man auf jeden Fall potenziell auch noch investieren, mein Geld langfristig für mich arbeiten zu lassen, weil ich denke, das ist das, was wir alle tun sollten. Ähm, ja, mit unserem Paycheck, mit unseren Trading Profits und so weiter und so fort. Deswegen, ich wünsche euch einen wunderschönen Abend. Einige sehe ich am Samstag und am Sonntag in Frankfurt. Ich freue mich unglaublich drauf. Ja, lasst uns weiter plugged sein diese Woche in den Go-Lives. Morgen, übermorgen bei Jay oder dem Educator, den ihr auch immer schaut. Weiter konstant sein. Und ich freue mich auf den Super Saturday dann in 3 Wochen. Und ich würde sagen, ich wünsche euch einen geilen Abend, Mann. Let's go!